And so mine didn't turn out all even when I finished. So easy way to do that is just merge your letter layers. So then you can do a Command T and shrink it down to fit your space. So I had ended up just moving it to fit this space right here. So you don't have to worry about it. But you can kind of see I kept the G. You can see this a little bit more right here in this portion mirrored, and it creates a cool effect. So you can either stop right here and just use this as your background if you want. This would make even a great background for like a presentation, a simple, if you wanted this like a fancy start of a PowerPoint presentation or something. So you could put like a title up here, or you can add even like a picture on top of this. You can create like a scrapbook sort of deal. You have so many options from here. But one of the nice ways to make it a background, as I did with this, is to add a gradient to it. And you can see on one of my other examples here that I have added one. So let me turn off these other layers. And I just have a simple gradient here. And I can show you how to make that. So if you go to your gradient tool, and it will pick up, the gradient will be picked up from the colors that you have in your swatches right here. So you can either have one that matches your background, or you can do that one's black and white. That will add more of a shadow effect to it. So best bet from this would be to create a new layer from up here to work off of, and then just take a point. I like to have just my shadows along the edges, so I'll either go from the center and out, and it'll create this effect. So I'll just move the layer down to beneath the text, and as you can see, it kind of washes out the middle and where you can't even see the design anymore. So adjust that by messing with your opacity. So I usually drop it down to 51, and then I even go ahead and drop my fill down to 75 or so. Like nice numbers like that. And so you can get a nice cool effect like that. And again, you can stop here if you want, or you can even go a little bit further and go ahead and either switch this like to an overlay, mess around with that. That doesn't really, I don't really like that effect, but it's an option. Or you can change your bar and text layers to overlay, and that's where you get kind of the effect that I have on the Doctor Who one, and it makes it more of a subdued background if you want to use it as sort of like a pattern background for something. But it's pretty simple, and there's just lots of options you can do this, and all it took was just using some text to make this. So if you guys have questions, send me an email or leave a comment on here, and we can create more if you want to see any other Photoshop stuff. And this has been Paige from Pages of Pictures, and this is how you can make your own background.